Welcome to another edition of Pittsburgh Sportsline at Atria's at PNC Park. Thanks to Atria's for having us here. We appreciate it. And they did this for me. I don't know if it's for me just to eat, but it seems like everybody here likes my favorite burger. So thank you for the Talking Machine Big Mouth Burger. Appreciate it. John Gadgetta is here. You can thank him personally. I'm Al Levine, the Talking Machine. I got Smoking Jim Frazier with me. Our other co-host from Tuesday night is Zach Brenner, Little Z. You'll see a bearded guy walking around, and he has the holiday spirit. So he's actually going to give away a $100 chrome faucet from Moen. And he's going around, fill out a slip of paper. There's only a few different rules for it. You fill out a slip. Anybody except for Smoking Jim, myself, and Zach Brenner can enter this contest. And we'll do it at halfway in our show. And first of all, I want to thank BPTV and Dave Cable, the director, for letting us venture out to the city of Pittsburgh again. This is a great venue. Of course, PNC Park's one of my favorite places ever to see baseball games. And we're honored to be here. You can watch us Tuesday through Saturday night on Verizon 32, everywhere in Pittsburgh and the surrounding area, from all the way Nemacolin up to Cranberry, Wexford, etc. And we're also on Comcast 7, only in Bethel Park. That's how Comcast does it. You can only see us in Bethel Park, same times. And they also posted up all 260 plus of our shows are on YouTube. And you can see those whenever you want, 24/7. I tell people you're welcome to watch from our first show to this show will be up probably on Wednesday. So stay tuned for that. Appreciate everybody coming out, and signing up for our event. We appreciate the fans and coming here. This is a great venue, and we plan on doing more shows. I just talked to John a few minutes ago. We're going to look at the first week of January and the third week of January, and we'll be back again. We have a lot of guests, Smoking Jim, so we're going to do what we do first, what's on our mind. What's on your mind?
Thanks, Al Levine, the Talking Machine, and if you want the green...
Hold it, here it is.
You got to see Levine. I got a taste for a Big Mouth burger. Hey, we got a young man, a semi-pro running back that's in the house celebrating his 21st birthday. Big hand for Sean for coming out. Big hand for international master photographer Bill Boyce and his beautiful models in the house. The Pittsburgh Steelers got the worst group of cornerbacks in the National Football League. Who's B.W. Webb? A bum we got from Dallas. Who's Bryce McCann? A bum we got from Houston. Who's Antoine Blake? A bum we got from Jacksonville. The Pittsburgh Steelers are going out getting other teams, adopting other teams' problems. Who's the GM for the Steelers? Angelina Jolie? Listen, Cortez Allen is a $6 million man. He makes $6 million a year. I call Cortez Allen Houdini because he disappears for more games than anybody I've ever seen. I call William Gay the rabbit because the rabbit is the only animal that's afraid of its own shadow. The reason I call William Gay a little scared rabbit is because this carrot-eating cornerback wouldn't hit a blind Jeffrey Dahmer sprinkling hot sauce on his girlfriend in the middle of the Million Man March. Listen, Coach Tomlin, quit bringing in these players that are too light to fight and too thin to win. I'm not here to hate. I'm just shooting straight. The Pittsburgh Steelers don't want to be great. They just want to be 8-8.
Is he really done talking? Because I definitely can't hear in both ears. Patrick Duff, I want to thank you for my deafness. I appreciate it. Everybody knows how loud he is, and when you put him in a new venue, you see what you get. He's one of the best. I can't... I don't have the volume he does, but I did learn the Steelers don't want to be great, just 8-8. I've heard this all season. Well, after the second game. And I did predict 11-5 when they had that 3-game streak that they won. You told me I might be right. What did I tell you? I don't think so. And I don't see anybody wearing any Steeler garb because it ties in right into what I talk about, the schizophrenic Steeler fans. My friends that are doctors and psychiatrists just filled out so many prescriptions, it's unbelievable. Plus, it was hailing today. So I figured I'd do the opposite because I think they can be better than 8-8. I don't know what they'll do, but they could be better. And my point to this is, you watch the Steelers, how did you guys feel when they scored 2 field goals? I thought they'd lose the game then. I had that bad feeling. And then I'm on this little rant that I have. I never liked Todd Haley as a coach, never thought he should have been here. I'm not a hater because I have apathy for him. I don't really worry about him or care about him. But I've been saying he was brought in to run the football. Did anybody get a tally? How many passes did Ben throw yesterday?
58.
58 passes. Now, Ben was getting hit a lot, and I noticed something on one of the passes. He threw the ball and got hit right on the wrist. He was doing bad before that, and he got worse. Who hands the ball off out of your left hand? All of you guys know that's not even possible. My good friend's son, Bruce Gradkowski, can hand the ball off. We got a $100 million quarterback that I'm starting to believe the other conspiracy nuts that the Steelers don't want to see Big Ben succeed. And why would you keep him in there? So what if you're a tough guy? Aren't we about the W's? That's what's on my mind. That's enough of that. I have to give a shout out to a guy here who gave me a book last week, and I finished the book in a couple days. Rock Robinson, thanks for that book.
I read it too.
He did not. And then I happened to meet a new friend of mine who called into our show on Tuesday night. We have a live show. If you want to call in and bother us or have something interesting to say, 412-831-3304. Legendary, should be in the Hall of Fame, Al Oliver called us last week. And it so happened I like to read books, so I stopped down at another establishment on the North Shore, and he was signing books there from 4 to 6. My other co-hosts were busy, so of course I sat down to Al. We're now best friends. He said, why not have a book, Al? I know you help promote me a little bit. So, Al, there's my promotion. And then, hey, Smoking Jim, I don't know if you can read this because you have difficulty reading, but I know you can write. Read what he wrote to me.
L, be positive. L. Oliver, I've never met anybody that can out-talk you.
Oh, thanks. Stop there. 1982 NL batting champ, 1971 World Series winner. He has the ring, and he also has a .303 average for 18 years in the major leagues. Think about voting him in or starting a movement. They've already done that, so we'll see what happens with Al Oliver. Just had to do that because we're at PNC Park, and he'll be back for Pirate Fan Fest. We're gonna start bringing up our guests right now.
I'm Donna Baxter, the rhyme manufacturer, a.k.a. the tech diva, CEO and founder of thesoulpit.com, baby. Putting you down with anything and everything soulful going on in Western PA.
Robert, you got to get a photo here. You hold that mic and keep going.
I just wanted to fit in with y'all. Jim Frazier, he got me all pumped up.
Well, that's what he does. Now, you know I have a few questions. You already gave your name.
Okay.
Do you have a favorite sport?
Football, of course.
What's your favorite team?
The
Today.
Steelers.
Okay.
Today it's the Steelers. You know, ride or die.
I thought your favorite sport be swimming since you're from Johnstown with all them floods.
Oh, he got jokes. He has jokes. Yes, I'm from Johnstown, PA. Proud of it, small town girl. You know, daughter of a steel worker.
Yeah. Right on there, Smoking Jim. And his dad was a steel worker, too. But he tries to hide that here. Wait till his dad watches this show.
But I love the Steelers. I love them.
Well, what did you think about the Steelers game?
You
we
know
keep
I'm
it
in the
clean.
social media.
This is a family show.
So you know I'm in the social media, so I'll just quote what Snoop Dogg said. And you guys know that Snoop Dogg is like Pittsburgh Steelers' #1 fan. He said, and I quote, "Mr. Rooney pissed, and so am I." End quote. That's all I got to say.
I think that says enough about the Steelers. Do you follow any other sports here? Because I see you have athletes and actors and everything else. And
Yeah, a few other, mostly, you know, some basketball, but mostly the Steelers. A lot of a lot of the old school ones that are gone now, and you know, some of the new ones. I like.
You were glad to see the 40th anniversary Steelers then.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Me too.
Now the one Steeler I do like.
Tell us. This is breaking news.
Breaking news. Cameron Hayward. Because I went to school with his parents. That's how old I am.
Wow.
Went to school with
Ironhead.
Ironhead.
Wow.
He was wild on pit camp. Oh my God. I used to date one
This
of
will
the.
be our after hours
yeah.
Pittsburgh Sports Line show. She's so prolific on social media. She puts out stuff that I'm not even thinking about.
So anyway, I went to school with Ironhead, Craig Hayward, and Charlotte. That's his parents. And you're just watching him grow and just seeing how he looks so much like him and watching him play.
Well, he's a
And
little taller.
Ironhead used to play for the Saints, right?
Yes.
That beat us. Right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I thought that was ironic too. But yeah, he
There's
was
no
he was a
coincidences.
beast on campus. He was.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Legendary.
Yes.
No doubt. You know, I interviewed him a couple years ago. Smoking Jim and I did the Police Pals basketball game between the Steelers
Okay.
and Bethel Park. And Bethel Park got beat badly there. No doubt. Charlie Batch was throwing threes up. Cam's a great basketball player too.
Yes.
He was running the court. So we had a great interview afterwards.
Okay.
So we're out there too.
And I gotta say shout out to Johnstown, Carlton Hassery. Now I know before you know
Yeah.
all the stuff you know, but he's from Johnstown, and how many wrestlers you know make it in the NFL?
Hey, good publicity and notoriety are almost the same thing today. Especially on all that Twitter and other things you're doing out
Yes.
there.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Well, how do they get a hold of you with this Soul Pit?
You can log on to thesoulpit.com. That's TheSoulPitt. These are the last 4 issues we did this year. And putting out a quarterly is really tough. So I couldn't imagine doing a monthly. But we're able to do it for free. Highmark's one of our main supporters, the casino, Port Authority Transit. It's like usually about 108 pages, full color. We put 10,000 copies out around the community every quarter, and it's all positive things going on, jazz, R&B, all kind of events and great stories.
And it's all about this Pittsburgh area.
That's right.
And that's what's great about it. That's why I tried to copy it with my monthly magazine. One man can't do it all. Like Smoking Jim says.
You got to learn to delegate.
Hold it. What's he say about women? Listen to this. What do you say about women? And
Anything a man can do, a woman can do better.
Oh, see, I knew I liked you. I
See?
knew I liked you.
And we got 4 of her magazines. And she's only one woman, but she delegates. Now, can you try to get him to help instead of just writing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
We're going to work on that. I think we're going to partner up on this deal.
Okay.
All right. Pittsburgh Sports Line needs to come out with a magazine in 2015. So, what else is happening? I saw you at an event.
Yes, we promote a lot of events. There's one event coming up. It's not till January 25th. And I usually don't promote myself as much as I promote all the people that's on
Well,
our
that's
site.
why I'm here.
You know, so
Promote yourself.
we have an event called, it isn't our event, but we're a sponsor. It's called Pittsburgh Ladies Fest. And I see a lot of guys. Where are all the ladies at in the house? Make some noise. Come on, make some noise, ladies. All right, I got tickets. It's $15 to get in. And with Soul Pit tickets, it'll get you in for $5, but I could even do better. I have tickets I'm giving away for free.
Are you
So
really?
all your ladies here, you can get pampered. It's at the David Lawrence Convention Center. There'll be plenty of shopping. You know it's going to be huge, and it's called Pittsburgh Ladies Fest. And you can go to the website, PittsburghLadiesFest.com, to check it out. Like I said, Soul Pit is one of the sponsors.
That's awesome. Then the event we were at, you're actually president It's called NAWBO, National Association of Women Business Owners.
That's
it's
right.
hard to say.
Yes, it is. NAWBO.
Definitely.
That's why they say NAWBO.
That's why they go NAWBO. And it was nice seeing you there. You had to control the talking machine a little bit since I had a panel.
But you did great. The
Are you
panel was
serious?
good. You did.
Did you?
Yeah, you kept it moving.
They
You
were
kept it
tough.
funny.
I had to deal with a
You talked
politician.
a lot. You know, so you didn't talk more than the guests. The ratio was pretty good, but
You mean
you did good.
5-on-1 was actually a good ratio for the talking machine.
That's right.
I agreed. Remember, I
Yep.
even said a politician.
Because one person wouldn't be able to handle you. I can handle you, but one.
You already win.
I can handle you.
You win, no doubt. But I did handle Roger pretty well
Yes, you did.
because he had nothing to say.
No, but you
What
still kept it
politician?
moving.
What politician ever says that? Then he talked. He tried to talk more than the 6 minutes. I had to shut him down.
Yeah, and you
So,
did good.
It was good stuff. Definitely. And I'm glad you volunteered to be on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Since you always are promoting, you want to ask Smoking Jim anything or me anything? We'll let you do that.
How do you like working with this guy? And like, you know, how did y'all hook up? That's what I want to know. How did you guys hook up to do this?
Well, I tell you what, I like it working more today with you, lips, hips, and fingertips.
Aw,
But,
shoot.
how we actually hooked up was basically God. God brought us together.
God brought y'all together.
He's too honest.
Y'all
of a
brothers
man.
in Christ. Okay.
Well, that too, but we actually met through another friend of ours who was on the show, and he's alive, but he's no longer with us because we're about positivity.
Okay.
And sometimes you have to make changes. When you say delegate,
You have to.
because of my sign, which I got because we did a golf outing, one of my co-hosts, and they all agree, they're calling me Fidel, like I'm a dictator.
Castro.
So, and what I wanted to say is we have so many things in common. You always hear this, a brother from another mother.
Yes.
And it really does seem like that with how we get along, even when we disagree. So, and it's been a good ride so far. We've been doing this 3 years. Started October 11th, 2011.
Okay.
So,
You're like this odd couple. You're real cool. I don't know who would be who, but it's like an odd couple.
like Mike Piazza said, who I look similar to, I am a heterosexual.
Okay.
Just to clarify that.
Just to
And
clarify.
anybody that knows Mike Piazza, he had to go through that for a while. So, and you said we're funny, so I hope we met your expectations.
Like you a lot.
You exceeded mine here.
I'm
And
glad.
everything you brought out.
I'm glad.
Hopefully we'll get you back again. And one more thing, you work for somewhere else. Are you allowed to say that or not?
Oh, yes. MSA, Management Science Associates. I think you have a guest coming up that might be from there also.
Well,
Because we have a
thought we
sports
did.
network called MSA Sports.
Right. And I was
And,
hoping you'd talk a little sports besides Steelers.
I thought Glenn was going to do that.
Who cares about Glenn? He's not as pretty as you
Oh, look,
are.
I watch some of your shows. All the guests didn't keep talking about sports.
Oh, really?
Don't try to play me. You can't play the player.
You know what? You better get off of the show because not anybody catches me on my game like that and then puts it right back on me. But tell me, this MSA Sports, who's the guy that's supposed to be here? I don't
Glenn
see him.
Anderson.
Is he here?
Is Glenn Anderson in the house?
That's why I had you talk.
He's got here.
I had to
But
prove
check
a
out
point to-
MSAsports.com.
Thank you.
We promote everything going on in the WPIAL
Yes.
leagues. And I like high school sports. Hey, what more can I say about it? But no,
Definitely.
he's definitely the man to talk to about it.
And we have. He's been a guest on our show
Okay,
before.
good.
And somehow maybe the cold weather just stopped him.
No, I think it was like that. Thanksgiving, you're full. The Friday, you're full. Saturday, you're recuperating.
that's your
Sunday, you're
excuse.
asleep. And then you're like, oh, I forgot. But I'm here.
Yeah, because
Yeah, I
somebody
forgot,
reminded you.
But I'm here.
Who reminded you?
But I'm here.
Who reminded you?
Glenn's not here.
Who reminded you?
Glenn's not here.
Who reminded you? And that's the end of our segment with Donna Baxter, founder of The Soul Pit.
Thank you.
Great job.
My
Give
name
me
is
that
Patrick
mic back.
Duff. Yeah, I'm a local TV producer. Is what I do for a day job. Probably just about any time you turn on the TV in Pittsburgh, you'll see one of my commercials. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, I do.
Tell them the name of that company.
It's Patrick Duff Creative Media. So
Well, we'll let you, since you helped us out, I appreciate it.
My dad said if you want to be good at something, and you're willing to be good at it, put your name on it, and you always stand behind it if your name is on it. So that's what I did.
Your dad was a brilliant man.
He taught me to work hard. He didn't teach me I had to like it.
I understand that. And I met you through your wife performing. They're actually singers. And he has...
She's a singer.
Well, he tries and he's very good, but he's a modest man. They're playing guitars. He had more equipment, Devin Shea, than we have in our studio. And it was just impressive how it sounded at the local establishment we were there at. It was just great.
Yep.
I was really impressed. Different genres of music they sang. Very nice.
My wife, Shelley Duff, not the Shelley Duffy on the radio, but Shelley Duff, is a local attorney, but she's more known for being a singer. She sings in a band called Dancing Queen that probably a lot of people have seen and heard.
Here, Smokin' Jim doesn't realize we met her at the boxing at the Teamster Temple.
Yeah.
He doesn't know that because he has selective amnesia. But we did meet her, and I said, you'll have to be on my show sometime if you can talk sports. She goes, I really don't know sports. I said, do you realize you're at a boxing match? And she goes, I'm with Dancing Queen. This is a true story.
Yep.
And
Don't let her fool you. She knows sports.
I know she does because we ended up talking for about 10 or 15 minutes. So
She's just a Pitt football fan and basketball fan, so it hurts her feelings every year.
yeah, we understand that. But she should go to her doctor because they can't cure that schizophrenia for Steeler fans. They just tell them if they're losing, you'll never make the Super Bowl. You have to get rid of the coaches. Then when they win, you're going to the Super Bowl. That's the diagnosis. And it seems to work here.
It does.
Right, and you're not from Pittsburgh, so you definitely noticed that.
I did, but I've been a Steelers fan my entire life.
That's awesome.
My best
How did
friend,
that happen?
My best friend growing up, I met him when I was 6 years old. He was from Pittsburgh, and he's back here now, and I've lived here for 15 years and never seen him.
You're kidding.
So
Tell
we
them where
were-
you grew up.
I grew up in Lexington, Kentucky, and
Horse country, Smoking Jim.
horse country. And the funny thing about living in Pittsburgh and being a fan of all the teams I'm a fan of is there's so much, it's weird, there's so many connections between Lexington and Pittsburgh that, and my favorite teams in Pittsburgh.
Right.
And it's amazing. You know, I grew up a Cincinnati Reds fan, but the greatest rivalry in baseball was the Big Red Machine.
Sure.
And the We Are Family Pirates. I mean, that was great. I knew every Pirates player just because.
He was telling me that the other day. That's
You know,
awesome.
It was great. I mean, it was great. It was. You know, you'd love to see those games. They were great games.
And his favorite baseball player is?
Pete Rose
Pete Rose.
taught me everything I know about gambling.
Don't bet against your own team. They frown on that. Oh,
Hey,
whoops. Oops. Hey, let's talk about more positive things.
sure. So, as a TV producer, one of my biggest clients is a company called, I hate to say it, Hamster Direct. Where he
What?
got that name, I don't know. But he goes by the website names of Big Time Bats and BigTimeFootballs.com. You've seen these footballs on TV. You've seen these baseball bats on TVs. They're the commercials that air after somebody wins, and they say, "Hey, Pittsburgh Pirates, you just won the World Series, and here's your bat to commemorate that."
What's you like that? That's a football, though. Here, you hold the football.
So
Let me
that's
do
the
interview.
Seattle Seahawks winning football from last year. I actually do have the Denver Broncos winning the Super Bowl football
Wow.
too, but I get both teams for all
That's
things
why.
like that.
That's why I can give the talking machine one of them.
That's right.
So I'm thankful that he gets 2 footballs. What else do you got in your bag of tricks?
This is BigTimeBats.com is the main part of his business.
And
And
this is almost like live TV.
It almost like live TV. So,
There we go.
It-
Batter up.
So I did have something for a Pittsburgh fan.
Oh, Devin, I don't know if you can get a close up here. I'm not giving it to the newlywed. He can do without this bat.
So this is the
What am I doing?
This is the Andrew McCutcheon 2013
Hey, Rock, enough out of you.
MVP bat. So it's this is a pre-production model. So this is the one we shot the commercial with. A production model would actually be numbered. So this doesn't have the insignia.
Oh,
this doesn't
man.
have the official MLB.
We can use it out in
it
the
does.
street.
It does have the official MLB
Yeah.
logo on it. So
I can put it in my collection then.
you can. You can.
And
But-
Rock, here, I used to hold it right-handed. I did not want to hit the guest in the head.
Yeah. But this guy, bigtimebats.com, bigtimefootballs.com, great guy based in Chicago, and he definitely feels our pain because he's a Bears fan.
Oh,
So,
definitely.
so he feels our pain.
He's not a Cubs fan, is he? Because he would be in serious
I think
trouble.
he's just given up.
Okay.
I think he's had some therapy.
I like your sense of humor.
And gotten rid of the whole Cubs.
You can definitely come back on the show. Because you're starting to out-talk me, I could tell.
I like to talk. I do a lot of that.
I could tell.
I can do it.
And that's why I invited you on here. I always like a good challenge. And I appreciate the gifts. What projects do you have going on here since you got this media company? Name me 2 that you can talk about.
I can talk about. I mean, they refer.
No, only on this show.
I just shot Mr. Rooter Plumbing today. So everybody's seen the Mr. Rooter Plumbing commercials.
Yes?
You love my dad. He called my dad for a plumber. So that's
Did you write that? Did you write that? We got to get Zach Brenner, my co-host, as Brenner contract.
that would be Tom Galise. That would be Tom Galise in the back of the room.
Here, wait. We got all these people shouting in, but you know what? I get a little hot up here, and this is my promo for Brenner. Oh, man, it is warm up here. And,
That's good.
well, maybe I could star in one of those. That's my dad. That's my daughter. Rooter's the best. I'm not looking for a promo. That was just kidding. That was sarcasm. All these comments are meant by me, and I take full responsibility, not the station, not Zach Brenner, and especially not Patrick Duff.
Disclaimer, small print.
That's big. They can hear that. Name another one that you did. Anything with sports?
This is
You
my
know
big,
I got to challenge
This
you.
is my big sports project.
Okay.
I mean, I've done lots of sports. I did the NBC.
I'm trying to reach deep here now.
I did the NBC promo for the All-Star game when it was in Pittsburgh.
Really?
I shot and produced that. I shot the flight memorial with Rocky out in
Rocky Bleier.
Shanksville.
Yeah.
So I get to do a lot of shooting, a lot of commercials with local athletes. It's it's funny. Like last night watching the game, I got to see the guy that used to be the corner for the Steelers playing for New Orleans now. I just shot a commercial with
Keenan
him,
Lewis.
Keenan Lewis, and we never got to air those commercials because he was
He's
traded.
gone.
He was gone. So
You could send it to him.
yeah, I can send it to him. Maybe there's a
No.
car dealer down in New Orleans that can use it.
They might. You never know. Or you could get a shoot there. Maybe they'll pay you to travel.
Hey.
Right? How do they get a hold of you?
Mainly my website, which is pdcreative.tv. It's like television. I thought I was being cute and clever.
No, you
and
aren't.
Everybody's like, what is that?
It's
TV?
like .com,
Yeah. It's like .com, only it's not.
.us,
Yeah.
whatever else, except it's .tv.
Yeah. Hey.
And you can get Patrick Duff.
Yeah, you can call me. Call me anything you want. I don't-
No, you're a true professional, and I got to shut the interview down because you're 3 words away from beating me. So I did a tally in my head here, and I appreciate the bat, and the football.
Sure, man.
Will you come back again sometime?
Absolutely. I've got more stuff too. I probably can dig out some Steelers.
Well, I'll try to spread the wealth around with my co-host here. Thank you, Patrick. It's been a
Thank you,
pleasure. And thanks for the PA system. I'll hold that so we don't blow it out.
Hi, I'm Viviana Altieri, or Viviana l'Italiana, and I'm the founder of Mondo Italiano, which is an Italian cultural center open to anyone that can appreciate or live la dolce vita.
Sounds good. Now, can you translate all that for a
Yes,
Pittsburgh guy?
Yes, I've been in Pittsburgh now for about 20 years, and the
No
city.
way. Would you come here when you were 12?
No, I was only 2 months old.
Oh, good. Come on now. You can't be more sarcastic than the talking machine.
Well, you challenged me. That was a prerequisite to come to the show.
Exactly.
To outwit you. So I'll try my best. That's the only thing that I can do because in sports.
Hold
you
it,
know.
wait, you're stealing my thunder here. Just because we talked about this,
Okay. So.
you brought something sports related.
Yeah,
So
exactly. So.
how about we do that?
Go
And then
ahead. Let's wave it. That's the
I'll
Italian
wave
version.
it because we're all depressed here today.
It's the Italian
And now-
version of the terrible towel, and if we can show it to our audience, it actually says
I'll hold it
asciugamano
for you.
terribile. Woo!
I'll hold it and cover up. Look, they don't want me to be seen anymore. We'll wait
So-
for Vince to take a photo now.
Okay, no, I think he's
he
he's
good?
done. Yeah. So anyway, I've been.
Well, thank you for bringing that in, talking some sports.
Yes, of course. Yes.
Now what else do you have here?
Cards. That's my favorite sport. You know, as I said, I have to bring my own prop because if he's gonna start quizzing me on the Steelers, I have a big Steel. Well, Frank Harris. He's
Franco.
half. Yes. So he's half Italian. So you know, we had to do
They
something.
had an Italian army for him.
Yeah.
How about that? See, you know more about sports and sports people than you let on.
Well, okay, now the joking is on me. When I first came to Pittsburgh, I actually came on a $100 bet with two Duquesne students that I had met when I was studying in Russia. Anyway, they came to visit me in Rome, and they asked me to come to Pittsburgh to reciprocate the hospitality, and they bet $100 I'll never leave my mama. And poor mama, I had already got a job overseas, so I was going to leave her behind. But this invitation really kind of sparkled my interest, and then eventually I came to Pittsburgh. And it was actually around this time of the year. It was later in December, so New Year's Eve was coming up, and we went to a huge party at the Sheraton Hotel. And my hostess, who is an avid Steelers fan, she got all excited because the Steelers were there.
Right.
But I had no idea. I had just come to Pittsburgh, who is
You didn't know what a
famous
Steeler was.
famous for the steel. So I thought they were steel workers. Just like, oh my God, look at these guys are pretty, you know, steel men. They're like, and so I mean, it's. I think it was cute. My accent was even thicker than what it is now.
What accent?
And what accent? Yes, we all. Yeah. It's
You're from Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
You're
yeah.
you're downtown here. Let's go to Southside.
And so anyway, it's always, you know, being here has been a learning curve, and I have to say the city is wonderful. I'm a huge Pittsburgh advocate. I was able to settle in and feel at home right off the bat, and this feeling still continues 20 years later, and the city has so much to offer. I mean, who would imagine that I would come from Italy to Pittsburgh to be on your show?
I never imagined that. We've only been around 3 years, so who could imagine you'd be on
I came
our
here
show?
on my gondola, you know, just
Did
in time
you?
for the show. Yeah.
Well, thank you.
It's
And
dark out there.
Did you bring
but,
Pinocchio or something with
Pinocchio,
us?
just, you know, there's some resemblance.
How do you say him in
It's a-
Italian, so I can-
Pinocchio. So this is my little gift for
What
you.
a resemblance to me. What the? Where's his mustache at? Wait a second.
Well, you can accessorize your Pinocchio as you like.
Not me. I'll
But
pass on that.
at least you can say that Pinocchio was also on your show. He moves, and
You know what?
again,
Let
you
him
can
have
be
the
creative.
front row. He can just sit here.
It's a good charm. I mean, some Italians are very superstitious, so we wanted to bring a good thing. You know, it's like,
And even though I have a vowel at the end of my name's not Lavini.
oh, it's not Lavina.
No.
Okay, we thought we were
But I
going
grew
to
up with a
conquer.
lot of Italians in Greentree on Park Edge Road, so
Yeah.
Straticos, Piccininis, Russos.
Yeah,
So
good people, right?
yeah, and I still speak Pittsburgh.
Okay.
Not downtown and stuff, but other things. Now, what are these sunglasses here?
Well,
what
I think-
sport is this?
No, I wonder what I would need to do to get you and your friend to wear them for a whole second, just, you know, for,
Here's what it would say. Just ask.
like people are gonna, yeah. Aren't they cool? I thought
Where's
it was
Bill
like,
Boyce, the International Outer Space Photographer of the Year?
My favorite
You'll never
detective. My favorite detective is Columbo.
I mean, it's, you know, it's nice little icebreakers and, you know, kind of make me
We
make me feel
we
at
break
home,
ice
really.
all the time. I mean, I was nervous coming to Atria's doing a show with all these guests today, and I never met you except on the phone.
Yes, and
So
was that-
imagine how nervous I am.
Was that
I might have
traumatic?
blinked.
Pardon me?
Was that traumatic to you?
It was just dramatic to me, not traumatic. So,
So,
but thanks for the sunglasses. We get to
you're
keep
welcome.
them?
Of course. Yeah.
These are
yeah.
gifts.
Yeah, I'll go back to Italy on my gondola tonight and get some
No,
more.
no, no.
Yeah.
It's too chilly. Will you stay here and let your nebby neighbors see that you're still here, okay? Please, don't leave Pittsburgh. We
No,
want to have
no.
you back on again.
Yeah.
And save that Pinocchio for Zach.
Yeah.
That's
So-
our other, he's a younger co-host.
Yeah. Well, this summer there was a little bit of Italian flavor to Pittsburgh because the Heinz Field hosted a soccer game with AC Milan, and I'm from Rome, so
That's your team.
no, I didn't go. I mean, you would not ask a Roman to go and see Milan. But I did take my nephew, who had spent the summer with me. He had flown in from Rome, who went to Philadelphia. And actually, Roma is my team, went to see it. And it was an awesome experience, especially for him because he goes to the stadium every Sunday, but usually gets like seats all the way on
In
top.
peanut heaven, we call that.
Yeah, is that what it's called?
That peanut heaven it is.
So-
We got to give you this lingo here. Since you're a sports nut,
Yeah, I'm gonna start
you know
putting my own, yeah.
you like the most popular sport in the world. We don't understand that football that's in Europe and everywhere else. We like football here in America.
Yeah.
But that's a different story. But you are a sports fan.
I enjoy sports. I'm a volleyball player. I ride my motorcycle, so I like to change things up, you know, keep life interesting.
Well, you
So-
did that on the show. I went from being nervous to now I'm nice and comfortable wearing sunglasses.
Okay, and then Sunday dinner at my house, I'll make some spaghetti.
Hey, wait a second.
For you,
That would be
I'll make
great.
homemade lasagna. Yes,
Oh,
yeah,
man.
we'll upgrade it, the meal, and anyone else
You
is
didn't bring.
invited.
Well, I'm glad you didn't bring samples because there's a burger you have to try.
Exactly. That's you know, I
The
love to
talking
be
machine,
here,
Big Mouth
but at
burger.
some point it's like, yeah, I really need to get off the stage to have my burger. So,
Well, get out of here. Go.
oh, you're kicking me
Go.
out.
Tell them how to get a hold of you for Mondo Italiano.
Mondo Italiano. So we welcome everyone that wants to join us, that has a passion in the Italian language and culture. Pittsburgh has a very ethnic, old heart. And so we offer language classes, whether it's for yourself or your little children, your little bambini. We do wine tasting, cooking demonstrations. We go to the opera, so we keep your mind sharp and your stomach full.
My name's Robert Joseph.
You look like a billboard. That's perfect. This is the Gladiators of the Cage founder, and he took off a sweatshirt because he had that Big Mouth burger.
I did. You know, the thing about that thing is
What?
it growled on the waiter on the way out here, and it almost tried to bite me. So I'm telling you what,
I like it.
but I got it down. It was great.
Good, good. You want to promote anybody beside yourself right now since you're wearing all kind of
I'm
gear?
wearing
Go
one
ahead.
of my new sponsors.
Do
Blue Water
shameless
Inc.
promotions.
Hey, there's no shame in sponsors.
Okay.
But Blue Water Inc. is one of our new sponsors, so I decided to represent. There's enough Gladiators of the Cage gear going on around here. I decided to represent our sponsor, Blue Water Inc., and we're glad to have them aboard.
No, that's great. Hey, you have an event coming up here.
Yeah, we have an event this Saturday. It's a Stage AE. It's an MMA event. It's going to be a great. It's going to be a great card. It's packed. We got as of right now 13 fights, 5 professional fights, and 8 amateur fights.
And I heard you have some women fighting.
We do. We actually have 1 professional female fight. Jessica Zomchek, who is from the Ohio region, close to Cleveland, and against Stacy Segula, coming up from New Mexico. So it's going to be a great fight. It's the first female professional fight in Pittsburgh since UFC was here in 2009.
No, that's awesome. It's great. And I
Yeah,
see,
and we got 2 other ones. We got a title amateur female fight, and we also have a level 1 amateur female fight. So we have 3 total female fights on this particular card. And the girls always put on a great show.
there's no doubt. We'll be there, and we appreciate the media passes. You know, you see Pittsburgh Sportsline wandering around everywhere and sitting cage side.
Every time I go to an event, I go to a boxing event, I go to an MMA event, I go to one of Pinnacle Events, which is another great organization. You're there. I mean, you guys are representing. You represent well, and we appreciate it.
Well, you're welcome, and we like being associated with good people and good organizations. We also are going to bring up Pinnacle, maybe after you, but I know you got a lot of great fighters, and I see one of our guests that's been on our show, and I think he's the main event.
Yeah, he's sitting up here, main event, Dom Mazzata. He's been on the card several times. He's fighting 135. He's fighting Anthony Jones, who's also a great fighter, and it's going to be a good main event. Those guys always put on a great show, and maybe we'll see a knockout or two. You know, man, you never know when that kick's going to come to the head.
Definitely. That kick is powerful. Watch that video if you ever get to see it.
It is.
I posted it before, but no, it's great stuff.
Yeah, and we got several others. You know, Mike Wilkins is also on the card.
Isn't he from Monroeville?
He's from Pittsburgh, and he's out of Team Renzo Gracie. Yeah, he's another pro fighter. It's just a solid card, and you know, we can't ask for a better card. You know, myself and Scott Benton worked diligently in hours to put this card together, and
Scott's
it's
got
great.
something.
It's a good card.
He's got us on a GoPro.
He's always doing something.
I don't know where this is even going, but he's not photo bombing, so I know we're safe.
I would watch where that's going. You never know what website he's putting
Oh man,
on.
anybody on Facebook, let us know. He might be live streaming something, which we've never done.
You might want to go to some of the underground sites too.
Okay, well, I don't know about that. That's private. It's a family show here. We try to keep it that way. Anything else you want to say? Because I got a limited time. We're going to try to bring up some guys.
You know, and I know he doesn't know this, but you know, we are making our one pro fight a title fight.
What did you say?
We're making our one pro fight a title fight.
Title fight.
Dom Mazzata's gonna be fighting for a title come Saturday.
No way.
Yep. And then
thanks for announcing on the show.
Yeah,
Bring him up a second. Dom,
he
get up there.
He never even knew about it.
Get up there.
I got together with
you. Come up and announce them. You want to?
I got together with my partners here, and we discussed it, and we think that both the individuals are worthy of a title, and we can be well represented with this title. So, and as in the past, our titles, some of our title holders have made it to bigger, better things. You know, UFC. So we're hoping the same for these guys.
Let him have the mic. I want to say hello to him.
I'll step to the side. Let him sit down.
Thank you, Robert. I know you didn't expect to be on here, but you handle almost everything in the ring. I've seen it and outside the ring, so good luck, champ.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
What do you think of that announcement?
I wasn't expecting that, but, you know, I'll take it. I roll with punches. That's what I do, and I'll keep doing that.
Very well said.
Nothing changes. The game plan stays the same, and I'm going to still go in there and look for the W, no matter what.
That's why we like you. Good luck to you. I know you can do it. You look in great shape. You got to cut any more weight?
No, I'm I got to cut a couple pounds, but I'm
had Thanksgiving, so usually guys are telling me 10, 12 pounds. I was hoping he'd say like 1.
No, I got a couple pounds left, but that's about it. I'm about 144 right now. I'm waking up at 144, so I can discipline myself real hard, so I could eat Thanksgiving dinner, and so I'm perfect right now, ready to go.
Definitely, and you have to go to those food tastings with Viviana.
Oh, I love it. I'm Italian myself. Mazzata, you know what I mean.
What is this? Get out of here. You're taking
Forget about it.
Forget about it. Take care. Yeah.
For tickets, go to MazzataMMA.com. You can visit my Twitter page at Dominic Mazzata or my Instagram at Mazzata MMA. Thank you.
Good luck, and make sure you get those tickets. You don't want to miss this title fight.
For those who don't know, we always give Jim the Vulcan.
Don't mention where you went to school at.
California University of Pennsylvania.
Now you got Zach Brenner stirred up.
And where's Miss Baxter? Cambria County in the house.
I don't know if she's
Miss
still with us.
Still here. There she is in the back.
Wow.
Johnstown over the weekend for Thanksgiving, so that's good. Thank you for the few moments that you've given me today. KSWA Fan Fest this Saturday night.
What time?
7:30 bell time, $10 for adult tickets, $8 for kids tickets, and a special $15 mezzanine seating.
This can't be at the Teamster Temple.
At the Teamster Temple.
The remodeled Teamster Temple.
The remodeled Teamster Temple. And a unique event to see from the mezzanine. We have the Honky Tonk Man from the WWF, the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion of all time, the Honky Tonk Man, is there. And then also in a USA versus Canada match.
No way.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan will be here Saturday.
Wow, $10 for an adult ticket.
And he
Why
will
aren't you
take
there?
on, because some guys like to go to MMA. We have nothing against MMA. We hope
And
they have
that's
a great
what we'll
event
be.
as
But I
well.
wanted you on to help promote the 800 people going to the Teamster Temple.
And with Hacksaw Jim Duggan taking on Canada's national treasure, Nasty Nick Crane.
No way.
There is a representative from the Canadian government coming down to officially present Nasty Nick Crane with his award as being Canada's national treasure.
Wow.
In addition, the most important pro wrestling bout of its kind is on the line when Shane Starr defends against Jay Rue and
Not Shane Starr.
Shane
Come on
Starr.
now. This is
He
unbelievable.
goes to fundraisers like crazy, just helps out in the community. A great representative of the most important singles title in the Commonwealth. Also, Big Mike Malachi and 7
And he
foot
is
tall
big.
Jack Massacre defend the KSWA tag team titles in a fatal 4-way, 8 men in the ring. The biggest tag team match ever, probably ever in Pittsburgh, Saturday night.
All that for $10?
All of that for $10.
And $8 for children.
$8 for kids.
Bring them all in, or don't show an ID. They'll let you in. $8.
And
Act childlike.
and
Here's
there's
sunglasses.
a limited seating mezzanine, $15. You get a poster and other souvenirs.
Do
as
they get
well
to
for
listen
that.
to you announce the
They get
wrestling?
Yes, sir. They
That's worth the price of admission.
So KSWA.net, check out all 8 matches, and we're working on some surprises as well.
Well, that's great. We're not going to go into the surprises. You did fantastic.
That's why they're surprises. There we are.
And this is almost live. What about FanFest?
That's FanFest this Saturday.
I wanted you to say that.
FanFest this Saturday.
Thanks. You got to say that.
And when you come, make sure you bring a brand new unwrapped toy. We have been able to donate tens of thousands. There it is.
Oh, give me that ball. I got it.
Tens of thousands of toys over the past
Here, Pinocchio.
5-6 years. We've been
Some
able to do
lucky adult's going to get Pinocchio. Give me that back. I'll donate
Pinocchio,
it.
that's the Al Levine official legs.
Whoa. Da-da-da-da-da. Get out of here.
Nice,
Get out of here.
nice skirt,
Trapper
Al.
Tom. You know what? I was just saying I wish I could get one, but I can't enter the contest. Here, throw the hat down. And I have to pick it. And the winner is...
Trapper Tom.
All right!
Yale State is a winner again.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
It was a great event you had there at South Point.
Good to see you guys in the crowd. Just talking to Robert back there. A lot of upsets on the night. So, you called me the ring announcer. I take pride in being the matchmaker for the show and a consultant for Pinnacle and
What else do you do?
everything.
Okay.
Everything.
Because I've seen you all around with everybody.
Yeah.
I don't know what title to go by, but I see you in there
Yeah.
doing
yeah.
interviews.
Very happy with how the show went. Very happy with the upsets and very happy with the way it went down. It just showed that everyone was there to fight that night, and the Pittsburgh fighters didn't do that well that night, but they'll be back to fight another day, that's for sure.
Well, like you said, you hate to see it, but it does create more interest for rematches and other things. And a
It
lot of
does.
belts were given out, so that was nice to see.
It does, and the one Pittsburgh guy who stood out, I'd say, would be Worthy. He came, he finished in devastating fashion like he normally does. So
Well, he does. You're not going to steal it. Well, you can, but I call it. He goes comma crazy. As soon as he sees a guy that's hurt, he goes comma crazy, and you have to see that.
I wouldn't even try to imitate that.
It's unreal.
It is unreal.
Definitely. Well, how'd you get started in this?
I was a former boxer. I boxed and tried to get into the other side of it and introduced my friend back there, Dave Sachs, to boxing, and he got me into MMA a little bit, introduced me to a bunch of good contacts back in 2006, helped me form a company called Cage of Chaos, and just evolved into Pittsburgh, and here we are today.
No, it's great. You do a lot of great things in the community and promote a lot of good things out there, which I appreciate too, and that's why we're happy to be a part and riding this wave with MMA. And it's nice to see two successful organizations. It was a great crowd there too. A lot of enthusiasm, so we enjoy that too.
Yeah, I'm going to be in, Robert and Josh offered me tickets to this Saturday. Very bummed I'm going to be in Deep Creek, but would love to go up there and see Mr. Mazzata and Mike Wilkins take charge. I know those guys are going to have great nights, so I wish them luck this Saturday.
Hey, anybody interested in Pinnacle, how do they get a hold of you?
PinnacleFightingChampionships.com, at Dave Click on Twitter, Dave Click on Facebook. Catch updates on local MMA in general on standthemup.org. That's about it. Hey, love the venue. This place is for real.
It is.
Oh, thank
You guys put yourself on the map, like, for real with this venue. So
well, thank you.
We'll be back. We'll continue to.
We'll see us in January. We'll be back first week of January and the third week. That's what we're looking at.
We're going to help put you guys on the map.
Well,
Good job.
Thank you very much. Tell them your name and what you do.
I'm Dan Bogan. I ring announce for Gladiators of the Cage and World Rank Boxing. Mike Murray's doing that. He may be here next week to join you folks, I hope. No? Yeah, he will be. We got a big show coming
in
December
this venue. We'll be
well,
Duke's
not
here,
here, but I mean here.
With us.
With us, correct. And I wish you guys a belated, and your viewers a belated happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you.
And Thanksgiving always makes me think of my parents, my mom and dad, and they told me when I was a child, this isn't for them, that when I was a child, they said, when you were born, they threw away the mold, it grew back. And anyway, Zach Brenner, I said, Zach, I want to get, I'm cutting half of this. I said, Zach, I want one of these talking machine, I want one of these talking machine big burgers. He says, I ain't going to buy you one of them, but I'll give you a fish sandwich. And I went, how about no? Anyway.
Was that Yule, Brenner?
Yeah.
For the holiday season?
Yes, it is.
Yule.
Very good.
Oh, thank you.
You know who would like that? Mario Tempest.
Y-U-L-E.
I need one of his energy drinks to get me this stuff real quick. Anyway, we've got a great show coming up for Gladiators of the Cage this Saturday. Robert went over some of it. Let me hit some of the highlights if I could. As he said, we got 3 women, and as I scroll past all the stuff I need.
You want me to hold the mic because it looks like you need 2 hands on that tablet.
I'm glad you said tablet. Anyway.
It's a family show. I don't know what you're doing.
I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, let me run through the evidence.
Got it. Got this man.
All right, thank you very much. Good night. No. Anyway, on the amateur card,
I was giving you
3
time.
ladies go. We got Melissa Gastick, the sweetheart of Gladiators of the Cage, 2-0 against Sarah Click, 1-0. David, the Raging Asian Shim against Jeremy Sakuna. This is like the Gladiators of the Cage. We've had a lot of guys that have fought for us many times. This is sort of like the Clay Sulko fight. In a smaller way. A lot of our guys and frequent fighters have been going our way. Now we're merging. It's like, okay, it's time to pecking orders involved. So anyway, Cody Heyer against John Rierick. Johnny Rierick. Pretty boy. He's from Evolution Fight Club. Colleen Martin, who's been here many times, or Colleen Martin Berg, I'm sorry, has been here many times.
Evo.
That's right. The legendary Evolution Fight Club.
I have about a third of what you're saying. Go ahead.
Anyway, they're going to be here. Moving
Stay
on.
focused.
We have Raleigh Abbott's fought for us. Title fight. Zach Grossman and Chris Teagues fought for us. A female amateur title fight. Jenna Baldwin and Jamie Driver. Now, let's go on to the pros. Our friend, I love this man to death, Dan the Bionic Fist of Justice Kakuta, is on the show. He's fighting Kyle Dunmar. We got Jessica the Zombie Zomchick and Kyle Dunmar and Stacy.
How would you call her name? Can you do that for the folks?
Jessica the Zombie Zomchick?
Yeah.
Now, the commissioner, the Honorable Executive Director of the State Athletic Commissioner, Greg Sarp, I've heard a rumor. Not only do we need a doctor at ringside, we're going to need a veterinarian because we got 2 mad dogs on the show. Wow. We've got Stacy the Mad Dog Sigala and Francis Mad Dog Healy on the show. So just because of the rabies factor, we're going to need a veterinarian at ringside. Moving on, Francis Healy from the Mat Factory against Manny Milan. And then we got in our co-main event, Mike Wilkins, who has main evented for us. He brought the Wilkins Army out, and he's bringing them back. He has a great following, Mike Wilkins, and he's fighting Chris Coggins, and our man, the Honey Badger, Dominic Mazzata, is in the main event against Anthony Jones. This is a stacked card, subject to change, but let's hope this works out. Hope it goes the way we have it planned. Now, we have another event.
You want to bring out whatever's in the bag?
Yes. Can you hold this?
No, I got one hand.
Now, December 20th, it's close to Christmas, so ladies, if you want to buy your husband or your boyfriend, or even both of them maybe, a nice Christmas present,
Whoa.
an early Christmas present, we have a boxing show. World Rank Boxing is coming to the Sirius Shriner Center on December 20th, and they are stacking this show up.
Show it to the camera. Oh, you're modeling it. Don't do that.
Mike Murray,
They look better.
Mike Murray, who is one of the promoters, is
Here,
a very
smile
humble
to the
man.
camera.
When he
That's
got-
enough.
You'll be able to pull. He was in the first sanctioned MMA fight in North America. On the first MMA card, the first fight was Mike Murray. He's one of the promoters. Anyway, so he's bringing his show to the Sirius Shriner Center. Some of the guests he's having, we've got the Easton Assassin. Larry Holmes, former heavyweight champion of the world, has claimed he's going to be there. Now, we're still
You get
working.
one extra minute. Keep going.
We're working on Bernard Hopkins, Riddick Bowe, and Danny Garcia. All as guests,
Not
now,
Garcia.
Chaz, I know.
Come on now.
Rod.
All right, you get 30 seconds.
All right, Chaz Witherspoon, 30-0 heavyweight, making his long-awaited return to the ring, or 30-3 rather, with 22 KOs, and he's making his debut. Angela Snow's going to be there. Breont Williams from Trentham, a Golden Glove boxer, an amateur fight, and Rick Borowski out of the Mat Factory is going to be on that card. We've got a ton of stuff. Those tickets are.
Tell them how to get tickets. How much?
Tickets are $30 for general admission. $50 ringside section, $75 for a table. You can call. They're available from the fighters and at the box office at the gate. Derek Giunta, it's 412-759-0407. And Mike Murray, who pays me $5 every time I say his name.
You too.
Mike Murray, 412-725-4949. And I cannot say this in specific information, but there is a rumor pending this Saturday's Gladiators in the Cage fight. There's an MMA fighter that might make his boxing debut that night, pending how he does, and there's no health suspension from the Athletic Commission. I can't say who he is, but his nickname is an animal that just don't care.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas. Thank you, guys.
I appreciate Zach Brenner giving up his time, but I want to bring up the first gentleman I know that ate the talking machine, Big Mouth Burger, Mario Tempest.
Thanks, Alan.
You survived.
It was awesome, and it was as big as I hoped for, Jim. Remember?
Was it spicy too?
It was spicy. It was awesome. It was filling. I want those glasses, Jim.
Hold it. With all your Italianos, you got to at least put that on, and then we'll have to end the show. Where's Bill Boyce with this photo op? This could be the best. I'll do one of my crossover pointers here. And that's going to be the end of our show. Sorry I can't ask you about Mona V Man and Mint. Check them out. How do they get a hold of you?
mymonav.com/Mario's Juice.
And that's going to end our show. Thanks, everybody, for coming out. The Atria's here, PNC Park. This burger is only available at PNC Park when this is seen all over the world. We're in over 50 countries on Facebook, so I'm pretty proud of that, in all 50 states. So I don't know what it means, but people are at least watching our site and everything else. Thanks, everybody. We set a new record, 3,658 likes. That's a new world record for Pittsburgh Sportsline. Shout out to Jim Auger because he recognizes that. Thanks for watching us on Verizon 32 everywhere. Only Comcast 7 in Bethel Park. And we'll see you next week. We'll be at Duke's Rib House and Grill at 1910 Cochran Road, Mount Lebanon, 15220. That's it. Be safe. See you next week.